Hi, I'm Mike Murphy with Comfortex. Our company designs and manufactures pressure-reducing mattresses and cushions for hospitals and nursing homes around the world. The 30-year history that we have in producing these kinds of products has taught us that some of the normal standard ASTM testing that's done on fabrics or foams may not be able to create the real-life conditions to see if a product is actually going to perform in a clinical setting. The thing that we're going to show you today is a vapor test to see if moisture will migrate through a waterproof surface. I've got two different fabrics here. One is a stretch material that's commonly used on mattresses, stretcher cushions in operating rooms, in emergency rooms, and also on mattresses that are used day to day. On this side is a low shear nylon. This is the material that we use. We are very confident in using it because of our 15-year history with this particular fabric. It's a butyl-backed nylon, and not only is it soft and supple, but we want to make sure that no moisture can ever pass through it. It's antibacterial and fire retardant and all those things. Just recently, hospitals were notified by the FDA that healthcare mattresses are having some issues. Covers may not be performing to the level necessary to keep the mattress operating in a way that's safe for the patients that they're caring for. Moisture was building up inside the cores, things were falling apart, and we were kind of aware of some of the potential issues. So we wanted to get this on video so that we can show it to our customers and anybody considering surfaces to make them aware of what can happen. The test we're going to do is we're going to take a mattress, the foam that we've got here, both on each one is the same material. We've got our nylon here and we've got the stretch fabric here that we'll put some moisture on. We'll actually put some betadine on it as well, saturate some towels and add some body heat and some body weight and try to create that real life condition of perhaps an incontinent patient or blood, perspiration, urine resting on that mattress for several hours and what might happen. You see little blue strips on there. I've put carbon chloride strips on there. If there's humidity or moisture that passes through, those will start to fade or turn pink. And at the underside of each of these is some pink tissue paper and also some carbon chloride strips as well. And we'll see if any moisture passes through and gets those wet. So we're going to try to create the conditions. We do this test all the time because we always want to check the materials that we're getting in and making sure that they're in fact going to perform to the level that we need them to and that we expect our customers need them to as well. I'm going to saturate that fabric and get things set with, I'll just, to help illustrate, you put a little water down on it and you can see how waterproof the fabric is. It is, both are excellent at being waterproof. Are they vapor proof? That's another situation. But I'm going to add some betadine to the mix to see if staining can be drawn all the way through a fabric. I've got water that we're going to soak down the towel. The towel will hold that moisture there. The test was done for companies that produce the stretch material. We showed them what we found because we kind of wanted to use the stretch material. All of our competitors are doing it. And we did this test and it failed. So we shared it with them, and after several months of their doing their own testing, they said it's highly unlikely that a surface would stay wet for several hours, and we thought that was naive. So they continue to sell the stretch material, but we don't buy. I'm going to add the heating pads will be the body heat, and then I've got jugs that will be the body weight. The foam compresses, that creates a vacuum, so if there is any vapor is that urine, perspiration, blood, or water starts to evaporate. It can be drawn down into the core, and we'll see if it accumulates. If it does, it's probably going to show itself all the way to the bottom of that mattress where the mattress meets the bed. So we're going to let this sit for several hours. We'll be back, we'll pull things off and see what's transpired. Thanks very much. We'll be back in just a little while. We're back after about 3 hours that the moisture and the body weight and heat have been on these cushions. We'll remove these things, take a look underneath the cover, see if anything's migrated through, if the strips have changed color, anything that's occurred, and we shall see how the moisture has affected either one of these fabrics and or mattresses. Get the plastic out of the way. We've got the wet towels. They are soaked. The fabric is soaked. The rubberized one looks wetter because it's rubberized, and yet it probably is, if history repeats itself, and it does, if history repeats itself, we've got some staining of the betadine there. Staining has transferred down into the foam itself, and if I can grab another strip, we'll see if the color's just slightly lighter there, but there's a lot of color transfer that's passed through all the way through that foam. On this side where our fabric is used, we have very dry. The strips have not changed, and underneath everything is very dry, totally dry. The colors are unchanged. Let's take one of these and move it over to the underside of that. And there you can see that that carbon chloride strip, which picks up any moisture, has really changed a lot. This is saturated, and all of the staining that's occurred. If this was urine, blood, perspiration, and not tissue paper, it's a nasty, nasty situation. I'm going to grab a Kleenex, and because there's a kind of an icky factor when you feel in and get that wetness. It's wet. I don't know if that's going to show, but I can sure feel it. But the moisture's transferred all the way through the core and built up once it meets the bottom of that cushion. We wanted to do this so that people can assess and be informed as they look at what kind of a mattress they're using, what kind of materials those mattresses are made with, and that they'll feel confident in what Comfortex is producing. So we wanted people to be aware, and we thank you very much for your time.